Hey, Carl.
Hey.
Debbie, Rodney, you guys look great. Collectively look like you've lost some weight recently. You guys look fantastic.
Price just went up to 10.
What price for what?
$10.
Bribery.
Got some popcorn.
15.
I'm actually a bit embarrassed. This is almost as embarrassing as the time I had to explain to my boss how and why I had my head stuck in my office chair. See, I'm not prepared. I don't have any story. Man, I really wanted to lie to you guys. I wanted to deceive you. Oh, how I wanted to betray you and lead you down the slippery slope of stretch the truthiness. But I got busy. Things came up. You know, things popped up. Literally. For example, the Popcorn Horticulturist Association of Ranchero, Texas. You've seen their website, huh? P-H-A-R-T, or it's colloquial, Pahart, not fart. Please don't make that same mistake that I did. They asked me to pop them 500 pounds of popcorn because I am a world-renowned corn popper. I've popped all sorts of popcorn. I've popped up to 3 varieties of popcorn before. 3! Can you believe that? It's fantastic. So, I've had this gig for years. This heart gig. I've had the parts for years. And so, I went to start making the popcorn. I got out all the supplies. Kernels, the oil, the pan, everything, and I started cooking it up. When I noticed, over on the floor was a discarded chocolate chip cookie. And if anybody knows me, I love chocolate chip cookies. They're my weakness. They are my kryptonite. So, I reached over, I grabbed that cookie. It wasn't in mint condition, no. It had a few hairs on it, some crumbs, a toenail or two. You just brush that bad boy off. You get yourself a delicious cookie. So I started chomping on it, and I kind of started to black out. And I heard in the background popcorn popping, you know. And all of a sudden I heard a bam, a smash, and I realized that the popcorn lid had fallen off. The popcorn had started popping and getting so big that it pushed the lid up into the air and fell down. And that crash snapped me out of my chocolate chip cookie-induced coma. And I realized we have a problem here. I accidentally, when I reached over that cookie, I knocked the kernels in, and I spilled all of the kernels in to the pot. And it was popping all of them. Way more than I needed to create 500 pounds. This is like a ton. A metric ton. So, I knew we had a problem. I gathered my family around. Leah, come here! Kids, come here! Quick! And I explained to them what I'd done. And they all kind of hit their head and said, again? So we formulated a plan. But before we could put that plan into action, the kitchen was filled with popcorn. I'm all the way to the top. And so we backed off into the front room. And that started filling up too. It filled up with popcorn. So we hurried and made it, and we ran to our indoor basketball court. Children, kids, if you want to make a lot of money, become a professional corn popper. Okay? You need to have an indoor basketball court like I do. That filled up. I didn't know what to do. The entire house was filling up with popcorn, and all the exits were blocked off. There was no way out. We were stuck. Then I realized we had one possible exit. It was the laundry chute. In our house, we don't do laundry a whole lot. And so when I opened that chute, bam, that just hit me, the smell. Oh, it was horrible. So I grabbed one of my kids and chucked him down there. I figured if they survive, then I'll go down too. I heard them screaming, begging for mercy, and finally I jumped down there, and I understood, and I could feel their pain and anguish, and I smelled it as well. So, just as the house was about to explode with popcorn, we bust out of the basement door, and popcorn's flying everywhere. To see your house destroyed by popcorn, it's a very sad thing. I was devastated. Where were we going to live? What were we going to do? However, we did have the popcorn ready for the BART organization. And so, we packed up as much as we could for them and took it down there. And when I gave it to them, they were smiling real big. They were so pleased and excited. They said, "Aw, shucks, you shouldn't have, Dylan." But I still have one. Aw, shucks, corn, popcorn. Let me just get a womp, womp, womp. All right, we still have one problem left. What do we do with all this popcorn? I'm not a wasteful person. I grew up in the Great Depression. Waste not, want not, right? So, I started putting this popcorn to use. We've been eating it for every meal for the past 2 weeks. I use it to restuff the cushions on my couch. I sleep on a bed of popcorn. And I empty the sand out of the sandbox, and now the kids play in popcorn. So, we've used a lot of it up, but there's just a little bit left. It's here in this cup. Is there anybody want some? So, that is the reason why I couldn't put together a good lie to tell you. I'm sorry.